Okay, hello all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just thought that maybe today I would do a little, I think I have probably one new subscriber, and her name is Sarah. So hi Sarah, if you're there watching my video. I know that you came from TikTok, and I don't know, I might have other subscribers too who just want to know. And my goal to most of my videos, or all of my videos on TikTok and now on my YouTube, I would just say on TikTok, but TikTok just you can only do like 60-second videos at the most. So I decided to come over here to YouTube to kind of go more into detail about things that people were asking about. So I'm gonna do like a little get ready with me and put on some makeup, get ready for the day. My dad, I live with my parents right now. My dad just left to go to work, so that kind of sucks because we love having him around. So it's kind of been a hard morning for everybody, but he'll be back. He's doing work. He's doing a good job and everything. So, anyways, so on TikTok I did like a birth story about my first daughter, and how when I got pregnant with my first daughter, I was addicted to heroin. I was addicted to using heroin IV use, so I was fairly, I guess you could say, pretty bad off. I was only addicted for a little bit under a year. Most people, you know, when they are addicted to heroin, it's for a long period of time. But that's why I advocate for methadone and for using methadone while pregnant. I see nothing wrong with it. It's scientifically proven that it is A-okay. It is the healthiest option if you happen to be in the situation like I was. Like I said, I got pregnant while I was using heroin, and I immediately switched to methadone when I found out that I was pregnant. So, and like I know I said in my, I explained as much as I could in my TikTok video, but you know what? I might need my mirror. Where's my mirror? Hold on one second. Ooh, okay. Sorry for the messy room. Ignore, please. So anyways, I got pregnant with my daughter while I was using heroin. Immediately got on methadone because that is what my midwife recommended, and that is what is best for baby. Because if I would have tried to cold turkey it, which means, for anybody who doesn't know, that means getting off of something cold turkey is like just stopping suddenly and not tapering, not weaning or anything. It could have caused a miscarriage, so I did not want that to happen. Obviously nobody wants a miscarriage. Okay, now I feel like I'm sitting really low. Let me put this blanket back where it was. Okay, there we go. I'm sitting on my bed, which is not where I usually do my makeup. So, anyways, some of the questions that I was getting, like, I said in my video that you should definitely, to help the baby, because I also got a comment saying your baby, when you have a baby on methadone, your baby is not born addicted, they are born dependent. It's a very different story. It's a different thing. they're just dependent, and they can get tapered off very, very easily. It can sometimes be a longer process depending on the baby. For me, I got very lucky. All 3 of my children, Penny, all 3 of my children were A-okay. None of them had any I mean, they showed minor withdrawal symptoms, and they were all okay. And they all came home with me. So some parents who have babies born to methadone are the baby doesn't get to come home with them right away or on normal timing, and it's just I couldn't imagine that, because that would just really suck. No, Penny, no. Sorry, distracting child is making a mess. Stop, Penny, please stop. Why don't you go find a little towel now and clean that up? Go find a towel. Okay, anyways, so I'm recording this through YouTube, and I find myself staring at myself. I know I should be staring at the camera. I'm recording this through YouTube, so I can't I mean, I guess I could pause. I don't really know how. Like I said, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. Anyways, my point of this specific video is to tell y'all about, you want some makeup? Here. Yeah. To tell you about babies born addicted, or not addicted, dependent on methadone. Like I was told, it is extremely different to every child. And like I said, I'm extremely lucky that all of my children were born just fine. I had no problems. The only one who I did have minor problems with, and it wasn't just because of methadone, it was Adeline, my first daughter. She was born 2 weeks early, so she was very jaundiced, which, if you don't know what that means, it's when the baby looks like, they kind of look like a little bit more yellow. It has to do with their liver. It's when their bilirubin is really high. Penny, please stop. And it makes their skin look a little more yellow. It makes the whites of their eyes look a little more yellow. And it's not, I mean, it can be bad, but what they do is they put the baby in or under some of these lights that kind of look like a little tanny bed for the baby. It's really cute. And yeah, so she stayed 2 extra days specifically for that, and because she needed she needed to be observed a little extra. She never had any medication for the methadone. Usually if a baby is treated for being born dependent on methadone, they are either given methadone, which is not a great option. Most hospitals don't like to use that option because methadone has a longer half-life, which means it stays in your system longer, it lasts longer, and it is harder to come off of. So a lot of hospitals will use morphine, and they will give the baby very, very small doses of morphine and taper the baby off of the morphine. So that way they pretty much come off of methadone, get on morphine, and then they're tapered off of the morphine. Luckily, none of my babies needed to go through any of that. But like I said, every baby is different. One thing I will recommend, and someone commented on my TikTok and it was like, well, what if I can't, is to breastfeed. I breastfed all 3 of my babies, and I did not let them leave my room at all. Like, the nurse will be like, oh, well, do you want me to take the baby to the nursery so you can get some rest? No. Babies stayed with me the entire time. when the babies were being scored, when each, like, they scored the babies on a chart. I'm gonna have to make like a series of videos about this, but they score the babies on a chart about like what kind of symptoms they're showing. And so for each time they scored my child, I was present in the room. I never let them take the baby away. Like, I made sure that I was present for each scoring. I was present for everything. I never let them take my baby away. And like I said, with Adeline, she stayed the longest. She was also my only C-section baby, so we were able to stay the 2 extra days anyways, because they give you, when you have a C-section, you're automatically, you have to stay for like 2 extra days. Or wait, when you have a C-section, you stay for 3 days. You have to stay for a mandatory 3 days, at least the hospital I went to. But you have the option to stay for an extra day if you feel like you need it. And so I was able to stay for that extra day. So I stayed for 4 days. And then on the 5th day, they gave us a room in the NICU where Adeline stayed. And she was still able to stay in the room with me. But unfortunately, that is also when CPS got involved. Another commenter on one of my TikToks was so lovely to say, I'm gonna call child services on you. I've already been through it. That's for another video. Believe me, I've been through child services. No need to call them again because there is nothing wrong here. There are bigger problems going on with the children of the world than drug use. I'm not saying that drug use is okay, but I'm not using drugs. I'm a great mother, and I have no reason to justify that. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyways, so CPS did come. They did a little investigation. They ended up making it to where I went home with my parents, which is what I was doing anyways. So my mom was kind of like a monitor, they called it, like a supervisor. She was supposed to be like the supervisor of my daughter while I was in the room, to make sure that, since I was so like fresh and new, and I also admitted at the beginning of my pregnancy, you know, I admitted that I was a heroin addict. I admitted that I was using heroin and that I didn't know what to do, which is fine. That's what you need to do. If you happen to be, if you're watching this video and you happen to be in that situation, don't be scared. Tell your doctor. And if your doctor seems uneducated on the matter, find a new doctor. I'm telling you, like, there is no reason that your doctor should be uneducated on methadone, because methadone is so common nowadays because of the heroin epidemic and the opiate epidemic that there's no reason that your doctor should not be educated on the topic. The doctor should know absolutely everything there is to know about methadone. Like, they should know everything. Like, some doctors, I'm not gonna lie, when I had my first daughter, because it was when she is almost 6 years old, so it was about 5 years ago. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the nurses seemed uneducated. But when I had my second daughter, and then I had my third child, who's a boy, they seemed a lot more educated on the matter, I guess, I would say. They, you know, with my first daughter, I got kind of like negativity, and I mean, they were great, don't get me wrong. Like, I loved that hospital that I had them at, but I got a little bit more negativity when it came to the fact of me being a recovering addict, which is unfortunate and happens in the world. It happens in the jail system. It happens in the hospitals. It happens in CPS system. It happens to any drug addict. Knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say that drug addicts are automatically looked down on. Like, you could have a freaking child molester in the same room as a drug addict. A person who literally molested a child could be treated better than someone who's on drugs, which is just horrible in my opinion. There's no reason for that. You know, drug addiction is a disease. It's a disease just like diabetes, just like cancer, just like, well, it's not just like cancer. I'm not going to say that because cancer is horrible. But just like diabetes, you treat, that's where the methadone thing comes in. You treat heroin addiction with methadone, or some people do. Yeah, baby.
Watch me.
Let me watch. Are you doing the what does the fox say? That dance? You're cute. This is my oldest. You've probably met her in some of my old previous videos. Say hi, Adeline.
Hi.
So yeah, she's my first daughter. I had her she's almost 6. She'll be 6 in December. Anyways, so where was I before she wanted to show me something, which was so cute. I love when she shows me stuff. Anyways, so to break, I'm just trying to, you know, whenever I was pregnant and I was on methadone, I was really scared and I didn't have anyone. I literally had no one to like ask questions about it. I didn't know what to expect. I tried to join some like Facebook groups, but even some of them, like, it was just such a new thing that even on some of those Facebook groups, they were just kind of like not very helpful. So by doing these videos, I'm just hoping that maybe I can help a woman out there who could be struggling with it like I did. Because believe me, I was scared. Like, I was so scared. I did not know what to expect. I didn't know if I was gonna, you know, if I was honestly, CPS wasn't the main thing I was scared about. The main thing I was scared about was the baby having to stay and me having to leave the hospital without a baby, which also happens to some moms. So I'm not gonna like sit here and sugarcoat it and say that, oh, your baby's gonna be just fine. But I will say, if you can breastfeed, please breastfeed, because breastfeeding does help. And I will also say that the baby does not get, it doesn't help. Some people think that breastfeeding helps because the baby is getting methadone through the breast milk. That's not true. It helps because it's very comforting. The baby is getting such a small amount of methadone. Like, it's not even enough to affect anything. Like, it wouldn't be affecting the baby's withdrawals. That what helps, the part that helps is the comfort from mom. Skin to skin. If you can't breastfeed, still do skin to skin. I mean, do skin to skin either way. That's like one of the most important things. And yeah, like I said before, just don't let baby leave the room. Don't let them try to manipulate you into saying, oh, this baby is, you know, your baby's gonna be fussy. Like, don't make them say, oh, the baby's fussy because it was born on methadone. No, babies are fussy because you're taking its diaper off and exposing it and taking it away from its mom and making it cold and making it mad, because they come in there and they start messing with baby. And you know, like, I remember at one point the nurse was like, oh, this baby is very, very irritable because they took the baby from me, stretching its legs out, like stretching its arms out, flailing it around. And I'm like, and they were like, oh, the baby's really irritable. And I'm like, yeah, you just took it from me, its mother, and started messing with it. Of course it's gonna be irritable. I would be irritable too if you were doing that to me. Like, come on, lady. Like, that's why I hope that I'm helping someone with these videos, because it really is a big deal to stand up for yourself in the hospital. Stand up for your baby. Like, you do. The last thing, and I'm glad that the hospital that I went to, they told me, in the NIC, when Adeline had to go to the NICU, I was like, the first thing I asked was, are y'all gonna put her on any type of medication? And they were like, oh no, that's the last thing we want to do. And I was like, thank God, because I felt like I finally had someone on my side, because the nurses that were in the postpartum part of the hospital were kind of like, they were the ones that were kind of like treating me as if I was like just this terrible drug addict, you know. So once I got to the NICU, they made me feel a lot more comfortable. They were like, oh no, we're not gonna put the baby on any type of medication unless we absolutely have to. So that made me feel a lot better, because I knew for a fact that she did not need to be on medication. There was no reason. She wasn't irritable because of being born on methadone. She was irritable because they were taking her away from me and they were messing with her, and it just made me so mad. Anyways, I digress. Ooh, that was a little too gray. I'm trying to make that gray effect, but a little bit too much. So anyways, with this video, I was just kind of, you know, introducing the fact that I am a recovering, I mean, I think I've said it in previous videos as well, but I am a recovering heroin addict. I did have 3 children on methadone, so I want to introduce that fact, and I wanted to open up the comments for questioning to see if anybody had any questions. Go ahead and ask, and I will keep making videos, because I know, like I said before, I know that when I was in that position, I was scared. I had no one to talk to. You know, I didn't know what to expect, and it was just really, really, really scary. And I know that if I had someone to talk to, it would have been a lot easier, and I would have known what to expect. So with that being said, hold on, baby. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. And like I said, if anybody has any questions for me, go ahead and comment them in the comment section below. Also, if you could give me a subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm going to make more videos, educational videos about addiction, CPS, motherhood in general, having babies, like I said, born on methadone in general. I can go on and on. I have so many stories, story time videos, educational videos, whatever y'all need to know, I got you. So hit that subscribe button if y'all want to be a part of that. Also, like I said, ask questions if you have questions, and yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.